as you may be able to tell, I am now in Japan. Yesterday was Wednesday. At about 3 o'clock, we got on a shuttle in Krabi Town. Took that shuttle to the airport. At 5 o'clock, we flew from Krabi, landed in Bangkok, hung out in the lounge for a few hours, and then at about 12:30 at night, I flew to Tokyo. Arrived here at about 8 a.m., got through customs and immigration, stored my big bag, and now I'm here on the Skyliner Express train, bound for Uneo. So I'm going to take a look around Taito City and do some sightseeing. So the high-speed rail is definitely the way to go. I only have about 5 hours to spend in Tokyo at the most. And this is going to take about 49 minutes to get from Terminal 1 in the airport to Uneo. And it was about 2,500 yen, which is about 25 bucks, but definitely worth it. If you're going to take a bus or one of the other trains, it's going to take you a lot longer. And for me, time is money. I only have so much time in this city, and I want to make the most of it. And I am in Taito City, Tokyo. It is a balmy 54 degrees. It'll be a high of 59 today. Time to explore. So whenever I walk by a place that smells this good and looks this unique, I have to stop by. All right, so I know what you're thinking. Your first meal in Tokyo is a corn dog underneath a railroad track. Yeah. And I'd do it again. And just like that, the hustle and bustle of the city gives way to a nice little park right in the middle of town. I think they've got this whole city planning thing figured out in Tokyo. So behind me is yet another Buddhist temple. Having just left Thailand, I thought I'd see more Shinto. But of course, the first thing I come across is a Buddhist temple. This is Kiyomizu Kanando. I mispronounced that badly, so here it is. Here we go. So what you see behind me, those are amikuji. They're small strips of paper on which prayers are written, and it's said in Japan, if you tie it right there, that the Buddhas or gods, depending on which religion temple you go to, will make your dreams come true. So lots of dreams right there. And this is, I'm going to read it, yes, right off of my phone. This is Shino Bazanike Bentendo Temple. I'm going to put that right here. Like, there's no point in me even trying to pronounce this stuff anymore. I'm nowhere close to speaking Japanese, but it's a beautiful Shinto temple. This one is on an island in the middle of this beautiful park. Lily pads and birds. It's just a incredibly peaceful little tranquil island in the middle of a busy city. It's perfect. So, another little oasis in Taito City. So at shrines in Japan, you might notice these little water fountains with ladles. And it's customary for worshippers to wash their hands, rinse their hands with the water, never allowing any of the water to return back into the fountain. Some actually wash their mouths out. It's a form of rinsing out impurities before you enter the temple. Don't feel obliged to participate, but if you do, it's respectful to not let any of the water back into the fountain. Not only does Uneo Onshi Park house Buddhist and Shinto shrines, it also houses numerous art museums, a natural science museum, and of course, a Starbucks. And I'm on my way to the east side of the tracks to see what that side of town has to offer. At least in Taito City, there are bicyclists everywhere. There are probably more bicycles than cars, which is a good thing. There are a ton of people. You're more likely to get run over by a bike than by a car, like I almost was. I can't really say if I picked the worst alleys in Bangkok to walk down, but I'm just walking down random alleys here in Tokyo, and the cleanliness is out of this world. There is not a speck of litter. Nothing's out of place. Everything is orderly. It's almost a little creepy. But just impressive how clean they keep things. This is the Kappabashi Utensils Street. They don't just sell utensils, of course they've got knives, fancy chopsticks, but plates, bowls, dishware, pretty much anything you need. And of course, since I carry on everything, won't be taking home any blades tonight. It's too bad. Nice stuff here. You'll also find little kitschy things like this. Little keepsakes that maybe my little sister will enjoy. She's not actually that little, she's in her mid-30s, but she's still a kid at heart. Love you, Care Bear. One of the coolest places I found was a place here that makes replica food. They'll make you replicas of anything. Eggs, curry and rice, in a styrofoam bowl, anything. I was really bummed she didn't want me to video, but it's always best to ask beforehand. So I got a couple of pictures and I'll put them up right there. Replica food. An entire store dedicated to it. So cool. Coffee. It was in no way my intention to buy more coffee supplies. I already have 2 French presses and 2 pour-over setups, one for home, one for work. But I kind of need a V60. I mean, needs a relative term, I need oxygen, but now that I'm here and it's 400 yen, kind of need it. This is happening. What would I do with a $1,500 coffee siphon? Make great coffee? Yeah, not sure I could justify that expense. And guys at work think that I am nuts about my coffee. That's a coffee maker. I just got a V60 dripper system with 100 filters for about $15. That was 1,400 yen. Totally worth coming to town for that. And I got to see this cool coffee shop. It's not really a coffee shop, it's a shop where you get things to make coffee. So a coffee making shop. Coffee maker's shop? It's a coffee shop. Coffee shop. So one problem with only going to local areas where locals eat is nothing's in English. And I don't speak Japanese, so this could be interesting. I'm hungry. It's about 1:30. I wanted to get back to the airport by about 3:30. So this is gonna be tough. I have to eat something in Japan. It's not in the airport. Wish me luck. This will do. so far away from the train station that I took an Uber, and here they only have Uber Black. Only $14 though, not too bad. Then I had to sprint to my car. It was 2:18 and the train left at 2:20. By the time I got to the actual train, I showed my ticket to the train attendant and he grabbed me and shoved me into the car. And about 15 seconds after he did that, the doors shut. So I got pretty lucky. But I made my train. Always cutting it close. Hi.
Japanese TV program.
Well, hello.
Interview, okay?
I really should have recorded that. I was just interviewed for Japanese television, so I'm sure I'll be mocked incessantly. But I got my bag back. Talk about efficiency. By the time I paid, it was standing next to me. I had no idea it was sitting there. All right, time to pack back up and get through security. And we're back at the airport. So that was my 9-hour layover in Tokyo. I spent about 5 hours actually out in the city when you take into account the 1-hour train trip there and the hour train trip back. And I spent a little bit of time getting through customs to get back in here. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't like the video, hit the dislike button twice. That'll make sure that I know how much you dislike it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. And hit that bell notification if you want your phone to tell you when I put out a new video. It's not a lot, so it really won't be a bother. So it's worth it. Give it a shot. All right. I'm under the Narita Airport, and we're gonna have more announcements. Yeah, my Japanese is better than my Thai, which is to say, awful, just also awful. There they are. So, right there, what you see behind me are Ambi. Of course I can't pronounce it now. Everywhere I go in Asia, gotta watch my head. Gojo Tenjisha is a Buddhist shrine. No, really? It is noon on a Thursday, hence the gong. That's not right.